In this lesson, we present the hacking methodology for systematically exploit the vulnerability on the target systems and understanding the hacker's mentality. Here we show the hacking methodology presented in the back cover of Hacking Exposed textbooks by McClure et al. In the middle, we see the steps. In the right, we see the example of the tool and command they use. Hacker will start by surveying and gathering information about the organization they intend to penetrate and hack into. This step is called footprinting. The right column here shows the command to be used to obtain those related information in the internet about the organizations. We have who is. You can type in most of the Linux system and it will return those critical organization information about administrator and the technical contact information, how many name server are serving that particular domain. And we also see the netcraft as one of the command, actually one of the websites that provide a query, allow you to type in the domain name. And it tracks all the web servers they use for that organization over the years, including the operating system and the version. And we were able to find that information very valuable. Next step, second step, is scanning. Here we use nmet command or one of the famous tools called Nexus. It allows us to find out what are the machines within the domain or subnet range, network address range. How many machines are active, how many servers are active, and what are the ports which represent the specific services that are open. The Nexus tool can even instruct it to gather and analyze the operating system and package and identify the vulnerability listed and even try to launching the malicious attack. Next, step 3 is enumerations. It is the process of gathering the information about the target machine by actually actively connect to it. And here the hacker tries to identify user, system, admin kind of accounts, and try to find out what are the active directory, shared directory that may be open. And if there's a web server, they will try to find out what are the web pages that is available for potential injection attack. Step 4, wiretap. We can wiretap the network or using the legitimate account to analyze the network traffics and exploit the web page to see if they have command or SQL injection vulnerability. This is so-called low-hanging fruit and has demonstrated in the last few lessons we have done. Step 5, called escalating privilege. With the privilege we established in number 4, we then, hacker will then perform treasure hunting. We do that by exploring valuable directory within the victim's target system. For example, the password file, the script, server-side script file, which may have embedded with some credential information, maybe some configuration file. And try to gather additional credential, password information, and we search directory and see whether they can read or write or even execute. And see whether we can even modify the access right or its security token if they are using secure Linux more for protection. In case the password file is readable and the password may be encrypted. We can read it out, and offline we use password cracking tool such as John the Ripper showing here, and to break into the additional account. Step 6, by gathering the information on identify the mechanism to allow access to the trust systems. This including examining the configurations of various network services, and often they include comments and showing how they are configured, or they actually contain the credential, password information, such as server connection information, or very typical for intrusion detection system, they may including database account for access and deposit, detecting malicious information. Step 7, covering the threat. System may including logs or intrusion detection system that monitor the unusual access or modification of critical file and directory. Such log records, the hacker may attempt to modify to hide their track, if that is possible. Know that from previous lesson, some operating system will prevent this from happening by only allow a pen write to the log. Step 8, create a backdoor to allow re-entry sometime in the future. The hacker may create scripts to be executed by the cron job or add job in a regular interval, and when they are executed, it will examine the remote executable they have deposited and see whether they are still exist. If they are wiped out by the antivirus quarantine, this add job and cron job will put it back. Therefore, that's the reason why from time to time we see the quarantined virus reappear. And this also shows why a backdoor and attack is very important. A Trojan kind of attack is very important to detect. Make sure we search. Once we got attack, make sure we search the startup folder, registry entries, and those at cron tab kind of configuration file to see we have those dangerous scripts there. And sometimes they will hide those files, those scripts, with the dot prefix with it. That's called hidden directory or hidden file. Step 9, denial of service. Maybe after the victim machine has been explored with all the treasure and no longer useful, sometimes we launching the denial of service attack to shut down the system. And that can also happen when we cannot penetrate. And then we use this kind of brute force denial of service attack. And this can be done from outside or from inside by modifying the configuration of network routing table and confusing the system administrator and resulting in incorrect routing or database access. And in this case, it's very important for a defender to back up the file and images. But at the same time, hacker will try to, if they can get access to this backup file and images, restore images, they will try to modify and resulting in fail disaster recovery process. So backup in multiple places, that's important steps. We will illustrate some example of these steps in the next few lessons.